Jacobs. He's one of the least popular people in MrBeast's squad, with people constantly calling him annoying, criticizing his looks, and saying he has a negative influence on the team known as the Karl effect. But where does all this hate come from, and is it ever going to stop? Karl Jacobs is a content creator that mainly streams and makes videos about Minecraft challenges. Basically, imagine MrBeast and Minecraft content having a baby.
I'm gonna be playing Minecraft, but we're literally stranded in this desert until we can do it. This parkour is getting ridiculous!
It was because of his charisma and charm that he's been able to blow up over the last couple years, but being associated with MrBeast really took things over the top. He then joined Dream's Minecraft SMP group, further expanding his influence and winning the hearts of gamers around the world. Or so it seemed. Just because you're a part of the MrBeast squad doesn't necessarily mean that everyone's going to automatically like you as much as they love the front showrunner. Karl Jacobs being disliked in the MrBeast squad is like George Harrison in the Beatles, often overshadowed by the others in the group, leaving him to stick out as more of an outsider despite his contributions. Sorry, George. Many MrBeast fans have stated that Karl is often annoying because of how outwardly loud and over the top he is, and that he's just cringe and annoying because of moments like this.
First time here at a finals live?
Yeah, it's my first time. What about you, Karl?
What about you?
Yeah, I've never really had a camera in front of me like this. But hey guys, really excited for that win. Big win for them. Also shout out Saikuno.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. However, recently there's been a trend going around known as the Karl effect. Karl presents himself in a way that seems overtly feminine with the clothes he wears, and since his nails are usually always painted. Karl himself hasn't openly said what his sexual orientation is, but because of how he presents himself, fans have been calling him gay and saying that he's a part of the LGBTQ+ community. Thus, he's accused of being a bad influence on the rest of the members in the group, specifically referring to Chris Tyson. Chris, a well-known member of the group, has come out as being on HRT and that he's on a transition journey, with many blaming his transition on Karl Jacobs. It's well known that Karl and Chris have a close friendship, with many speculating that they could be dating, and ever since Karl's joined the group, Chris has gradually become more feminine in how he appears, aka what's been coined as this thing called Karl effect.
Alright, I know yada 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 Karl effect, but how did I do on the first time using a curling wand on my hair?
As you can expect, there's a shit ton of angry comments about how much Chris has changed and that it's Karl's fault, making outrageous claims that he's destroyed his entire family because of this decision, even though it's not yet confirmed if he's still with his wife or not. I mean, obviously it makes sense that he would go on the internet to announce this before talking to his wife about this significant life change. In my opinion, it's none of our business to know his family situation, but I digress. Both MrBeast and Karl have come out as supportive friends of Chris's decisions, but the hate has yet to die down. I understand the feeling of disliking people on the internet and having our opinions. I mean, I obviously do. But hating on people and blaming them for someone transitioning is a different level of insanity. Change happens like clockwork on the internet, and sometimes it can be hard for a lot of us to accept that.
It's not funny! In fact, it's pretty freaking unfunny!
People like things to stay the same because it makes them feel safe and comfortable, and when things do change, it can be confusing. In the case of Karl Jacobs and the MrBeast gang as a whole, the fans just really miss the old way of how things used to be when watching MrBeast content. Instead of being angry at Karl Jacobs, who literally has no control over what another human being decides to do, MrBeast fans need to accept that people change, or they can just move on to other content.